I'm gonna end with Daniel Jones. Finally gonna get a quarterback in here. Um, he finished last year. Oh, I gotta change my sheet here. Hold on. Bad
Change your
podcasting.
sheets. Jeez.
He finished as QB9 last year. So he had a very good season with basically zero wide receivers on his team. The reason that I put him on this list is high risk, high reward. Um, as of right now, they haven't done much to bolster that wide receiver core. They have like a lot of wide receiver twos on their team, but no alpha to really take that to be that centerpiece, the focal point of that offense. They did bring in Darren Waller, assuming he stays healthy. I do expect him to kind of be that de facto target hog. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the draft because they could take a wide receiver, one of these studs, and you know insert player X as the stud wide receiver that will be funneled all the targets. They're going into year two of this offensive scheme, and we saw what they did in year one. So you really got to that you have to think that there's going to be that next step of improvement with them. They still have Saquon there, so they still have that very balanced running game. Daniel Jones has that sneaky rushing upside as well. So I mean, I do expect him to do well, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I mean, he had only 3,200 yards passing, which is really on the low end. Had 15 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Great, love that ratio. Had 700 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns on the ground as well. So there is that sneaky upside that you love to have, which is why he ended up in the top 10. If he puts up those same amount of stats, yeah, he'll probably be in the top 10 again this year. But with the lack of a true wide receiver one on the squad, that's what really gives me pause. I don't know if it was just they caught lightning in a bottle last year where things just worked out where the wide receivers were able to get open and have some big games, or if it was just more, maybe it is the scheme that was brought over there and that's what works for those receivers, and it really is scheme related. And if that's the fact, well then I would expect more of the same thing.
Yeah, I think Brian Dable can make a lot of gold out of a lot of crap, it seems like. And yeah, it's just weird. There's no elite receiver. There's some elite, like adjacent guys there that are good, like you said. Saquon Barkley still holding out off of his franchise tag, which is interesting. We'll see how long that
Mhm.
stretches in. That could be a concern for Daniel Jones. Without
I don't think
Saquon,
so.
I would be concerned. If that got serious, I'd be concerned for him.
Right.
But yeah, there's nothing we're not suggesting. He will hold out the whole season, but that's something to watch. And yeah, I think it kind of falls on Darren Waller. So I'm into it. I think that he could. I don't think that he can do better really than what he did last year. But if his ADP stays suppressed, that's still fantastic return on value. So I'm
Mhm.
into him if that happens.